Alright guys, skip ahead to 6:14 or stick around until that point to check out the cards from this war. Alright, Season 12, War 9. We're up against Gods of War. They're currently in Platinum 1 last season. They finished in Platinum 1. They're a pretty decent alliance. So let's scout out here. I didn't live scout, but I'm actually going to be sharing my Section 1 path. We've got Professor X. I'm not going to be taking him, but I will be quaking that Sentinel. And then I've got this Killmonger on Footloose and Kinetic Transference. I'm going to be using Dr. Doom there. And then I've got Path 6 and Section 2 with Sparky and Emma Frost. I'll have Quake for Sparky, and for Emma Frost I'll be using Dr. Doom. I am bringing Mr. Fantastic for the armor break synergy on my heavy attacks with Dr. Doom. That's going to help me remove the reverberation risk against Killmonger, and then also remove Diamond formed from Emma in that fight using Dr. Doom. So this is a pretty brief war for me, but yeah, let's get into these fights. So this first fight is a Quake fight. Sentinel is a defensive defender, so he benefits from Stubborn, which means I just need to play parry style. But Hazard Shift, basically, if you can Quake it, she's probably going to be, if not the best, probably one of the best options for this node. For either of these nodes, as long as you can Quake that person. So, yeah, this is pretty standard. I am in this war going to be doing a lot of parry style quaking, and you know, I was kind of on my game this war with parry style quaking. I did miss a couple parries there, and you guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I was punished with some decent damage through the block because I missed those parries. So I was a little bit concerned about the Killmonger fight and also the Emma fight. So I boosted up probably, well, definitely more than I needed to. But I go in here and I have an invulnerability boost just in case. Now I am able to stagger. I started out with a heavy right away to armor break him, and then also to stagger so that when he gets Footloose, I don't have to worry about that unstoppable buff, which is awesome. So at this point, you know, with Dr. Doom putting on those shocks, armor breaking him, he is going to be gaining a lot of power. That really works in our benefit here because we can just put him through the Doom washing machine, and I mean, he's gonna have a really difficult time surviving this fight for very long. So especially with the Mystic boosts and stuff, getting extra damage there, because I had the 150% damage back power boost for Mystics. I only did a couple hits before I got over to my SP1, and I'm already up to an SP3 again. This SP3 is just going to roast him. So this was an incredibly easy fight. Doom is really, really good for Killmonger if you have the Mr. Fantastic synergy to armor break him, so you don't have to worry about reverberation. Because Killmonger is going to natively gain a bunch of power from all the debuffs that you put on him, and that just helps Dr. Doom. So this is Rage here, of course, and we've got Stark Spider-Man. He hits really, really hard, and his animations, especially his second medium attack, is a little bit wonky. He has like kind of that forward flip, so the timing is a little bit weird trying to parry style Quake him, but I did a few duels. I'm sorry, I don't want to embellish. I did one duel and I felt comfortable enough at that point, so I went in. This is before I took Killmonger, and yeah, I never felt like I was at risk in this fight at all. It's just a little bit longer because of the rage damage cap, but he does have a really small health pool, so not a big deal. Now this fight is a little bit trickier. What I want to do here at the beginning, she is stubborn, but I want to back myself into a corner. I want to obviously block so that I can get that stubborn off, and then I need to time it properly so that I'm throwing my heavy attack to armor break her to get her in out of diamond form. And at this point, if I can keep her power above mine, and I'm going to be using a lot of SP1s, then you know, it's going to be a really safe option. I do want to make sure that I don't get power stung. That would just be silly, you know, extra damage that there's just no reason to take that. She is back in diamond form. All I did there is I wanted to make sure that I got those prowesses off her. That's why I hit into her. But she is running suicides, as you guys may have noticed that she took recoil damage. So I get to the SB3, I throw this. She is armor broken at this point, which is awesome. That means that, you know, my shock and just those debuffs, those will stick. And it is power focused too, which means that I'm not going to be able to push her over 3 bars of power and put her in the proper Doom cycle, but not really a big deal. As you guys can see, Doom really takes care of this fight pretty quickly and pretty easily as long as you can get off that heavy. Her heavy attack is so brief, you got to back yourself into a corner, but other than that, pretty good. And that was my war, guys. Super, super brief. We finished for the 5th time this season up to this war. We finished with only 1 death in BG3. So BG3 has had a really good season so far. I hope to continue that. We've got a few wars left at the time that you guys are watching this video. And yeah, here are the cards. Karate Mike, the 3rd place man with the silver, FaZe with the gold, and Lags with the platinum card. That's it. I'll catch you in the next video.